so beautiful! Today we're going to talk about setting boundaries.
Learning when to say no and not being too nice.
Exactly, like me. Out of the group of girls, I'm probably the... Don't laugh, Jamie, isn't that right? I'm probably the biggest, worst example of setting boundaries. I'm pretty much a humanitarian, bubbly, loving person at heart, and so for me it's like, I don't think it should be a competition between people. But just because I think that way, and just because you're a kind person, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just that sometimes people genuinely do take advantage of who you are. I can remember a couple times that I looked out for someone, and I wasn't expecting anything back, but I didn't really realize that I was being used until I remember Jamie came into my life, and she was like, you know, Heavenly, you do so much for people. You don't even realize how much you do. You really just gotta. She didn't say this verbatim, but she was basically trying to tell me to set my boundaries. People would come over, I'd always help them, I'd always like go the extra mile, and I found myself exhausted, and I didn't really feel great about it at the end. I felt great for helping them, but they just weren't really. The love was not reciprocated. They weren't appreciative.
Yeah, and they never want to do anything for you back. Another thing that you need to remember when setting boundaries is it's okay to say no. I mean, if you just can't do it, it's okay to say no. Don't put yourself at an inconvenience to make someone else happy. And that's something that I also had to learn very early in life. And it's just knowing who you are and knowing what you're capable of will help you make those boundaries. So, I mean, if Heavenly asked me, hey, do you want to go to the store? And I know I have 3 projects and to edit and to do things for my mother, I'm going to tell her no. Like, no, I love you, but I can't do that right now.
She doesn't even have to say she loves me, because I know she cares about me, and she wouldn't otherwise say so. She's a good friend. She wouldn't otherwise say so unless there was something of pertinence going on. She wouldn't blow me off. It's not a habit of hers.
Yeah. And if you say no to one of your friends and they take offense to it, well then maybe you should reconsider that friendship, because they should understand that
you're important too.
Yeah, you're important too, and your feelings and your time especially. I mean, your time is precious. Time is precious. And so setting boundaries for yourself, doing it for yourself, it's a very important thing. It helps keep balance in your life.
Very true. So how do we set boundaries? We have to know our limitations and what we're capable of. That's what Jamie said. We have to
definitely say no whenever you feel like you're being
overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed, exactly.
With what's going on. You gotta know when you're overwhelmed.
Don't stress yourself out. I mean, yeah, it's good to help others, but when you put yourself at stake and you stress yourself out and you limit yourself when there's a time crunch, it really isn't worth it, because at the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself.
Very true. Very true. And that's basically what setting boundaries is. It's knowing your own limitations and what's going to make you uncomfortable and what's going to put you in a bad position. If whatever it is that you're doing and you're deciding, you know, you want to help all these people, but you know, you need your rest and you have your own priorities and things that you have to get done. And if you see you have time between things that you need to get done to help someone else, and it's not going to hurt you, you know, like I know a lot of people ask for money. If you have $500 and your rent's coming up next month and so-and-so needs $300 for the electricity bill, that's your money for rent, sweetheart. They're not going to give that back. That's setting a boundary. You're putting yourself in a bad position. And you're not going to have anyone to there's no one to hold you accountable but you.
And then whenever, I mean, if a situation like that plays out and you're basically screwed at the end of the day,
definitely,
you can't blame anyone else but yourself.
Yep.
Yes. Because you put yourself in that situation, so you can't go crying boo-hoo that, oh, you know, I'm in this situation. Well, you made your decisions.
Yes, you have to do what you can without hurting yourself. So that's all. Let us know about any experiences you had about being too nice and trying to set some boundaries. Like, love, share, and sub. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right. We didn't die that time.